Hi, my name is Rachel, and this is my first time starting a YouTube channel. So I don't really know what I'm doing, but I've had a lot of fun learning from other people. So hopefully something that I say will be interesting to you, and that this isn't just a total waste of time. I discovered sapphire mining several years ago at a family reunion. They had purchased bags of dirt, and we were able to, the words are going to escape me often, so bear with me on that. We were able to sift and rinse the dirt and turn it over and look for some awesome sapphires. The bags that we had gotten from, at that time, were from Phillipsburg, but there are several mines in Montana, some of which are in the Helena area. And so after I discovered sapphire mining and that you could get your own bags of dirt, or even have boxes of dirt shipped to you, that was really exciting for me. So for the past several years, for birthdays and Christmas, I've asked for a bag of dirt every now and then. And through the time, I've gathered quite a bit of sapphires. So the first thing you'll notice is that sapphires are not all just the deep blue color that you're familiar with. I probably could go and verify that some of these lighter ones are not quartz, but I believe that most of them are sapphire. Sapphire does come in a lot of different colors, and it can be quite fun to find the different shapes, sizes, colors. In the Missouri River, the majority of colors that you'll find are anywhere from this sort of palish blue to greens. These are most common. This is a nice clear one. That would make a nice faceted gem. So the first thing that I noticed is that while I loved my sapphires and I knew that it was so exciting that I had found these gems, there wasn't a lot you could do with them. Oftentimes when you find your sapphires, you're excited and you know you found a treasure, but they just sit in a jar. And so then I went on the quest to try to figure out what I could do with my sapphires. Oftentimes they'll sell these little glass cages for your sapphires, which is pretty cool, and it's fun to be able to see them. But the only problem with this that I've found is that, see how they're not fully shiny? They have like a white, almost like a dust on them. That's because they're dry. When you put water on them, a lot of these will be pretty clear and beautiful. And so sometimes people will recommend painting them with clear nail polish or putting them in a mineral oil, but that's not really practical for something like this. Sorry if there's cat hair on my table, little dust and cat hair. So anyway, for a long time, this was the only option that I knew of to display and wear my sapphires, and I wasn't really happy with that. With the raw sapphires, I should say. In order to turn these into something wearable that you would find in jewelry, like, where did that go? Like this, that my husband purchased for me one Christmas. Cute little guy. How pretty that is. You need to get your stone faceted. So you need to find someone who will facet gems. So I have found someone who will facet gems, and I've gotten some really pretty ones. This one is like a yellowish. It's really clear, very, very pretty little stone. And I've had a few faceted. The thing with that is it can take a little bit of time to get back, and then you still just have a stone in a box. Very pretty, but what do you do with it? You typically, if you want to use it, you need to take it to a jeweler and they can set it in something for you. So you pay for the setting, the mounting, and then also their labor to put it into jewelry for you. So that still kept me a ways away from having pretty wearable jewelry that I liked, that I was satisfied with. So I began to look for other ways. This was the first sapphire that I had faceted. The guy who did it said that it wouldn't be very clear and it's not the best one to facet, but I wanted to do it anyway because I wanted to see what it was like. It was my best gem at the time. And you can see that it does have really pretty color, but it's not really clear. Anyway, so I played around with this gem and tried to do wire wrapping. And wire wrapping, I think, can be very pretty if you know what you're doing. I did not. And also, it was really hard. Hi, Poppy. You like playing with beads. Plastic bead for my cat. Here we go, Poppy. So it can be really hard to hold and to wire wrap something this tiny. So I was like, that's not something I really want to do very often. So then I discovered that you could buy earring posts online. I got these from Amazon. These are a stainless steel, so they won't rust, and they're kind of cool. So I did put an earring in that. I do worry about having a faceted gem in this, just in case the prongs were to get loose. It's not the most stable option, but I was very satisfied to put some raw stones in these posts. I like the gems that have some markings on them. I think that it makes them unique and beautiful. So this is actually my favorite pair of studs that I've made for myself. If I can get it. I love these little guys. I think they're really pretty. So I've made several sets of raw sapphire stud earrings. I've given some away. I've sold a few of them, not a ton of them, but I have quite a few of those. Then I recently discovered, or I should say I recently invested, instead of just getting the stainless steel, you can buy sterling silver. I don't know if you can see that says 926 on there. So I began to set this stone in to a sterling silver earring post. It's not fully set in there yet. I just ordered some tools to help me set it better so it's nice and secure. And I was wearing these as a pair, but I recently realized that in addition to the color being different, the cut itself is different. Most people wouldn't notice that unless you look really close, but I do. And so see how the one on the left is more circle and then this one is a hexagon on top? It just means that the faceter, the guy who did it differently. He did different cuts on these. So I'll have to keep my eye out for stones the next stones that I facet. Maybe one of these guys, I wonder if that one might match that. A lot of times also when you do have them faceted, the guy that I've found charges $100 a stone to get them faceted. Or you could bundle a bunch up and send them overseas to like Sri Lanka, is where a lot of people send their stones. I haven't done that yet. I'm not super patient for that. But then again, I've held on to stones for years now. So the 3 to 6 months that you would wait for your stones to come back from Sri Lanka might be worth it. People usually wait, gather a whole bunch of their stones and send them together in a package. Anyway, These are ones I think are facettable. I usually go and ask the experts before I have them do them, but I'm satisfied with the little ones that I have had done. And I have worn these when they were both in the stainless steel. I look forward to wearing them in sterling silver. So in order to wear the raw stones, you either have to have them in a cage sort of thing like this, or I discovered resin. I'm not very good at it, but I have created several of these pendants. I like them because I was able to set, this one I put different shapes in that I liked. I liked that there was like a triangle and a hexagon and a few different colors. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the colors in this have changed from the time when I put them in the resin. So that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for and see if that's real or if that's my imagination. I did select those ones for this shape, not the color, so it's possible that they were fine, that they were that color the whole time. Here's a tiny little one that I've made, little resin pendant. That cute little guy. I'm not great at setting resin, so there are little bubbles and imperfections in it, but I was able to make this cute little necklace with the resin pendant hanging down. And I tried making a few charm necklaces. So this is one of them. I have done one craft show. I don't want to get rich off of this. That's not my goal, but my goal in selling some of my sapphire jewelry would purely be so I can go out and buy more dirt. So I can look for more sapphires. It really is a fun little hobby, and it'd be nice to recoup a little bit of money on bags that I've done before, and some of the gems I've faceted. I've had yeah, several faceted, so I can go buy more. I also want to go do an in-person dig. They offer that you can go in person. It just takes like a full day. It's like a Saturday, but you go out and you can get 5-gallon buckets of dirt. And it's not like pre-sorted, so you might have more material in the end. I mean, I think they do like one sifting. I'm not sure. I haven't had the chance to go yet, but I really look forward to that. I'm planning to do that this spring and summer. Last year we had some health issues that prevented us from going and do that. We had other priorities. Hi, Poppy. So yeah, that's kind of my finds so far. I haven't done other shapes, just some circles with some single pendants and clusters. I did do these dangly earrings. I'm new to jewelry as well, like to making it. So I feel a lot of times like a little kid, just doing my best, but giving your mom the macaroni noodle necklace. You know what I mean? I did find some pendants and things that I could try to set it in. This is a bezel. I haven't decided if I would pour resin in and try to set this in. This is just sitting loosely in there, but I thought that this would look nice in there and that somebody would really love it. I'm not in love with the lady on the moon, but I do think that it's pretty and that someone would really love it. This is a brass piece, silver plated, that I got from a grab bag from a friend's jewelry company that they do brass. Well, that is the gist of it. And let me know if you have any questions or comments. I hope that this has been a little bit entertaining or fascinating. If you have questions about sapphires, I'll do my best to answer it. If I don't know, then I'm happy to learn. But yeah, kind of a fun little hobby. I'll end with a question. If you Are you the type of person who would be interested in mining your own sapphires, and so you'd love to have more options of kits available? Maybe a UV resin kit that comes with a few pendants, your own bottle of resin, and instructions on how to do that. Or would you be interested in kits like this with maybe a little bottle of clear nail polish or something? I found that even at the mines, they don't really have a lot of options for setting your own raw gems if you choose to keep them raw, which a lot of times you do. It's not, you don't find a facetable gem in every bag. However, you could find several in one bag. I mean, it really is a gamble. But it's fun that way. All right, that will be it for today. Let me know. Oh, that was my question. Are you more interested in digging for your own sapphires and having like some kits put together that are ready to go, so that you can make your own little jewelry pendants or earrings? Or would you be more interested in having little pendants like this already made for you, and purchasing something like this? I could make them into necklaces. I could make them as just the pendant. I could make it as a little charm that you could clip onto a charm bracelet or a charm necklace. But I'd like to see these go to other places and other people. I think that they're really fun and really cute, and I'd like to see them go other places. And then, like I said, I want to go buy more dirt. Selfishly. All right, that's it. Thanks.